Oh man. Oh man. Let's get to it. This is gonna be like a four-part series. This is wild. Just when you think the world can't get any more wilder, and that the simulation is already reached max simulation, Jake Paul announces that he is fighting Mike Tyson on Netflix. On fucking Netflix. I swear to God, man. Every day I wake up and every day I say, you know what? Life ain't that bad. Life ain't that bad because it can keep on surprising me. That's why I think I can't be surprised anymore in this lifetime. Life's just like, you know what? Hey, let me throw you out Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I don't know if you thought you wanted it, but fuck it. We here now. I'll watch it. I'm watching. So yesterday night, I look on my screen. I'm scrolling. And upon scrolling, I find out that for some reason on July 27th, Mike Tyson will be fighting Jake Paul. And I have many questions. Not too many concerns, but many questions. Many questions. Primarily, my first question would be, who brought this up? Who brought this up to Mike Tyson? Like, did Mike Tyson people bring this up to Jake Paul, or did Jake Paul bring this up to Mike Tyson? Because I want to know who was the person who thought they could. Because I don't imagine Mike Tyson in his high stupor was sitting around wondering if he wanted to get back in fighting again. So chances are, what I believe is Jake Paul got done with his fight with the two bus drivers and the Uber driver, and he said, "God damn it, these fights ain't selling. Nobody cares about me doing real boxing. I keep trying to push this Amanda Seriano woman. Not saying that she's a bad boxer, but for the most part, we're not watching unless it is legitimate, like guys boxing, because most guys just don't care about women's sports." And so, upon realizing that, Jake Paul says, "I gotta do something. My boxing career is not going nowhere. The boxing community is actually falling apart. We're watching Ryan Garcia lose his mind over time. None of these guys are really selling." So Jake Paul said, "You know what? Bring out the emergency case. Somebody call Mike Tyson. Somebody call Mike Tyson." And so Mike Tyson's sitting around, probably smoking, happy, jubilant, and he gets the phone call, and he said, "Okay, Netflix." He gets a call from Netflix, and Tyson's like, "Huh? Netflix? Yeah, Netflix has a deal for you." "What's the deal?" "Jake Paul." "What am I doing, Jake Paul?" "Boxing Jake Paul." "What? I'm not gonna fight Jake." "Wait, how much money did he say?" "What? Wait, how much? Wait, fight Jake Paul for how much?" "Okay, done deal." And that's probably how, more than likely, that's how it went. So I imagine Mike Tyson's probably getting a very sizable lump of money to go fight Jake Paul. Jake Paul gets to have an experience of a lifetime, which is to be one of the only few men to fight Mike Tyson. And he catches the old prime Mike Tyson. Now we got to get to the real fun part, which is who y'all taking? Who y'all got? Y'all got 50-something-year-old Mike Tyson or 20-something prime Jake Paul? This is not a question I thought I'd be asking myself in 2020 or in the 2020s. And you know what? Personally, I'm going with Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul got this one, and I don't think it's going to be close. I really don't think it's going to be close. I think Jake Paul has so much more speed, so much more time to prepare. Tyson's coming off a fucking high slumber. He's old. He's a 50-something-year-old man. I know, and here's the thing that people got to stop doing when it comes to fighting. You do not get better with age in fighting. You don't get better. So a lot of people, they still think Mike Tyson's the Mike Tyson of fucking the 90s. Bro, Mike Tyson's not even the guy that got beat up and said, "My back, I got spinal." He's not even that dude. You guys watched him fight an old Roy Jones. And that was an old, sloppy Roy Jones. Old. I'm like, dude, I think Jake Paul's going to dust up Tyson, man. I think it's going to be sad. Because I don't think a lot of us are going to want to see it. And a lot of us are not going to want to believe it either. And some of you might be asking, well, how the hell is Jake Paul going to beat Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson's the crazy heavyweight boxer. He's my Iron Mike. Because here's the thing. If we learn anything from the Fury and the Ngannou fight, I don't think necessary boxing is real. Same thing with McGregor and Mayweather. What we came to find out is a complete amateur who's in shape and has a little bit of relative combat experience can go toe for toe with the best boxers of all time. That's what we learned from the Mike Tyson. I mean, from the Francis and Fury fight. That's what we learned from the McGregor and Mayweather fight. That if you are reasonably in shape, tough, and willing to throw blows at somebody, you can in fact beat the best for the best in the world in boxing. You can probably beat them. Well, I'm not gonna say you can beat them, but you can hang out with them. So the idea that a 54-year-old Tyson is gonna be able to sit there and hang with a 25, 26-year-old young bull after Tyson not training since the Roy Jones fight. That Roy Jones fight was down there 2 or 3 years ago. Upon seeing that, I don't see Tyson having much of a chance of winning this fight. If anything, I think Tyson's going to get dusted up. Now, there is the weight issue because I don't know how heavy Tyson's coming in. Tyson might be walking around 220, 230, I imagine. Jake Paul's around 185, 190, I imagine. He's not cutting weight. So the size differential is not going to be all that great. But once again, we're also talking about a 54-year-old man who has not fought for 3 years. And prior to him not fighting for those 3 years, he did not fight for almost a decade. So on paper, theoretically, Tyson should be getting his ass kicked. Tyson should be getting his ass kicked. That sounds amazing to say. And I think a lot of people can get mad and angry about this. But if I'm a betting man, and this is if Tyson can make it to the fight. Personally, I don't think Tyson's going to be able to make it to the fight. Because once again, the man 54, man. He's 54. He hasn't been working out, doesn't train. Like he was training, I guess he was training a little bit with Francis, but he looked out of shape. He looked like John Jones. Mike Tyson looked like John Jones at that point. So I'm rocking with Jake Paul. And I'm not gonna be happy to see Jake Paul win. Not because I don't like respect him or anything like that. It's just it's gonna be sad to watch one of our legends get shook up by a YouTuber. It's gonna be a sad state of affairs. And I don't like to see that type of shit because I like peace. I like to see our legends stay intact. But once again, this is what money will make a man do. So yeah, homage to Mike Tyson for being ballsy enough to take the fight. Thank you, Jake Paul, for getting out there and being legendary and taking the fight. That's quite amazing. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's very interesting. This is an amazing world we live in. I gotta remind myself, like every day that I wake up and I'm a little bit stressed out, I don't know what the future holds. I'm a little worried. I have a little bit of anxiety. I gotta remind myself, you know what? Life ain't all that bad, man. Mike Tyson's fighting Jake Paul. Who would have guessed? So yeah, that should be a big lesson to you guys. No matter where you are in life, no matter what you're going through, how you're dealing with the stress and anxieties and the pressures of being a man and growing and changing and trying to become a better human being. Just know, somewhere out there, Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson. And that the universe is all well. That's all you need to know. Everything will be okay. Everything, there is balance being brought to the universe through Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Appreciate you guys for listening.